All right, we're taking a look at this Boudoir Facebook ad. Going to diagnose it, see if we believe it has BLCS, aka Boudoir low click syndrome. So BLCS, Boudoir low click syndrome, is when the unique CTR all of our Boudoir Facebook ad is under 6%. So that means fewer than 6 out of 100 women are clicking somewhere on our Boudoir Facebook ad, which means our Boudoir Facebook ad is entering fewer than 6 out of 100 women's brains, which means most importantly that fewer than 6 out of 100 women ever have a non-zero chance of buying from us. So yeah, we gotta get this number up as high as possible. Way above 6% is the minimum, because we need to maximize the number of sales that we can get with our same ad spend. So 6% is the minimum. Every 100% Boudoir Facebook ads can be above 6%, easy. And a unique CTR all under 6% is not normal. It's actually a symptom of a deeper root cause. And that deeper root cause are the 3 pre-click mistakes. And basically, I see this. This is the most common thing I am seeing with everyone's Boudoir Facebook ads that I've seen. So it's common, but it's not normal. And a Boudoir Facebook advertiser with BLCS is a Boudoir low-click advertiser, a BLCA. So we got our universe building up here. A BLCA with BLCS is caused by the 3 pre-click mistakes. Luckily, we got the solution here because we invented it. We've already used it. BLCS is treated with Boudoir pre-click optimization, aka Boudoir Pico. And treatment takes about a week. So with treatment, we simply duplicate the original ad. We treat the duplicated ad, leave the original as it is, and we run the original for we run the duplicate ad for about a week, and at the end, we keep whichever one running has the highest metrics. And it's always been that the Boudoir Pico treated ad has the highest metrics. And once treated with Boudoir Pico, we now have pre-click alignment, PCA. So we get rid of the 3 pre-click mistakes, and we achieve PCA. And pre-click alignment activates Boudoir brain entry boost in our Boudoir Facebook ads. Basically, we finally got our unique CTR all above 6%. And a Boudoir Facebook advertiser with Boudoir brain entry boost is a dominant Boudoir advertiser, a DBA. So this is our full universe here. We got a BLCA with BLCS. Is caused by the 3 pre-click mistakes. And we treat it with Boudoir Pico. Takes about a week. And we achieve pre-click alignment, PCA, get rid of those 3 pre-click mistakes. We become a dominant Boudoir advertiser with Boudoir brain entry boost. Now my residency, first part, when I found a Boudoir Facebook ad out in the wild, brought it back to the hospital. Tested it, found its unique CTR was 4.3%. So under 6%, and we know that the unique CTR all under 6%, it means BLCS is present, Boudoir low click syndrome. So, but now we got the solution, Boudoir Pico. So we did exactly that. We had BLCS, we treated Boudoir Pico, takes about a week, and we got the unique CTR all up to 6.88%, which is exactly what we were looking for. But now when we did that, we found out the original Boudoir Facebook ad was actually wasting 37% of ad spend. And so if they're spending 10 grand a month on the original Boudoir Facebook ad, now they want to spend $6,300 a month with the new Boudoir Pico treated ad to get into the same number of women's brains. So as a result of $3,700 a month, they're profiting, or they're keeping it in their pocket. It's kind of like a phantom profit. They don't have to spend it, kind of like a Boudoir Pico bonus profit. And if that holds for, they keep advertising for 12 months, that means they kind of like a 40K special bonus in their pocket without having to do any extra work or anything. Second part of my residency, found a second one out there in the marketplace. Such unique CTRL is 1.39%. So we know that BLCS is present. And once we know that, then, so unique CTRL under 6%, BLCS is present, Boudoir low click syndrome. Then we know we can trade it with Boudoir Pico. So again, that's exactly what we did. Trade with Boudoir Pico, got our unique CTRL up to 9.13%. So we found out the original Boudoir Facebook ad was wasting 84% of its ad spend. So literally wasting 84% of its ad spend. So if they're spending 10 grand a month on the original, now we know that they only have to spend 1.6 grand a month on the Boudoir Pico traded ad to get it into the same number of women's brains. So kind of that bonus, 8,400 bucks a month bonus, is actually, back in their pocket every single month that they're spending money on advertising. They keep it in their pocket, and it's no longer being burnt. It's kind of like a phantom bonus, like a Boudoir Pico bonus. And after 12 months, it's like like 100K back in their pocket. Finally, had a patient come through to the hospital. Had a unique CTRL. So that was 5.03%. So we know how to fix that around here. Well, under 6%, we know that's BLCS is present, Boudoir low click syndrome. And after that, we know now we got the treatment. Boudoir Pico takes about a week. And we got the unique CTRL up to 15.35%. So that one was insanely good. So we found out the original Boudoir Facebook ad was wasting 67% of ad spend. And that means if they're spending 10 grand a month on the original Boudoir Facebook ad, now they only need to spend 3,300 bucks a month on the Boudoir Pico treated ad to get it into the same number of women's brains. So that's like 6,700 bucks a month difference that he doesn't have to spend. It's back in his pocket. He doesn't have to, keeps it in his pocket as like a phantom bonus, phantom profit bonus, Boudoir Pico bonus. At the end of 12 months, it's like 80K. No extra effort, no servicing other clients, just extra in his pocket. So the average Boudoir Facebook ad with BLCS is wasting about 50% of its ad spend. That's what we've seen from our testing on the real world and the real marketplace. And I mean, look at the numbers here: wasting 37%, wasting 84%, wasting 67%. I mean, take the average of all these, and it's probably somewhere between 50 to 60%. So spend 10 grand a month on Boudoir Facebook ads. We already know approximately 5K of that's being wasted, literally given to the Zuck for no reason. We can with Boudoir Pico, we can eliminate that waste, so you no longer have to spend it. Put 100% of that back in y'all's pockets, so approximately 60K over the next 12 months. So we're gonna diagnose this, see if we believe it has BLCS, Boudoir low click syndrome. So let's see what we got. We got the below creative cluster mistake here. The false belief that caused us to make this mistake is we're trusting that what Facebook tells us to fill out when creating an ad is what we should fill out. We're trusting that's good for us, but in fact it's bad for us, it's good for Facebook. What this causes is way more women to scroll by our Boudoir Facebook ads than necessary, pulling our unique CTRL under 6%, and actually increasing the probability we have BLCS. And that is because, well, the flip side, the more women scroll by our ad for unit time, the more ads Facebook can serve for per unit time. That's why Facebook wants us to fill this out. It makes Facebook more money per unit time. All right, next, looking at the creative. So, all right, let's see, looks like an ad mistake. Looking at the photo, looking at the creative. The false belief that caused us to make this mistake is that we believe a Boudoir Facebook ad should look like an ad, because all the other Boudoir Facebook ads we've seen have looked like ads, and everyone cannot be wrong, can they? Well, actually, 100% of the Boudoir Facebook ads I have seen the back end for and tested myself, took and tested myself, have had BLCS, literally 100% of them. And that's because everyone's making the same mistakes as everyone else. So the consequence of the looks like an ad mistake is that going to have way more women scrolling by our Boudoir Facebook ads than necessary, pulling our unique CTR under 6%, and actually leading to BLCS. Finally, we got the see more headline first 2 3/4 lines, Facebook mobile news feed. Win a $43.99 Boudoir experience. I could change how you see yourself. You don't need to be young or thinner. All right, so we got a few pieces of context here, but we're still we're still making the lack of context mistake. Like we don't have the optimum amount of context, and the false belief causing us to make this mistake is that we thought we had enough context to maximize, optimize the amount of women that click somewhere on our ad out of 100. To be as efficient as possible, but we did not achieve that. So the consequence of this, way more women are going to be scrolling by our Boudoir Facebook ad than necessary, pulling our unique CTRL under 6% and leading to a higher probability of BLCS, Boudoir low click syndrome. Now, looking at everything all together, do I believe this Boudoir Facebook ad has BLCS, has a unique CTRL under 6%, has Boudoir low click syndrome? Yes, I do. So if you're a BLCA with BLCS, a Boudoir low click advertiser with Boudoir low click syndrome, and you're spending more than 10 grand a month on Boudoir Facebook ads, and you've seen how the market keeps getting more and more saturated with Boudoir photographers. Like, every time someone gets a new iPhone, they're throwing up a, Google My Business profile saying they offer Boudoir, or they're, posting in the mom groups, or if they get a new camera, they're posting in the mom groups saying they now do Boudoir shoots. So more and more photographers keep entering the market, saturated market. And you've been out, and you're seeing also, inflation, just like kind of cost of living keep going up. And you've been pulling more and optimizing, pulling more with Facebook, more profit out of your business in other areas already. So you've already been optimizing. And you decided now you're finally ready to optimize the Boudoir Facebook ad side of your business because you saw with Boudoir Pico, yeah, it can save approximately, 5K a month. Put that back in your pocket. They show them to spend, so so it's not being wasted. And approximately 60K over the next year. You decide you want that outcome, and you want to achieve pre-click alignment. You want to become a dominant Boudoir advertiser with Boudoir Brain Entry Boost. As you know, you need that on your pathway to be the #1 boudoir photographer in your city. Then shoot me a DM when I'm open for new patient intake. Right now I'm not open. My DMs are closed, so I'm not open for new patient intake right now. But shoot me a DM when I do open for new patient intake, and we will see if you qualify for the Boudoir Pico treatment.